And we are back for game 2. Searching for a game here. Again, luckily we're going over 5 games, and luckily the first game was against a real deck. A lot of time on Pokemon Online you can find some wackier decks, especially the fact that it's like a global program, and it's currently 8:42 a.m. here in beautiful Washington State. We're going to choose Tails again, as always. We go first again, as always. I would like to go first. My opponent mulligans. I think we're playing the mirror. I'm actually unsure of how to play the mirror. I think that it's probably just pretty luck-based about who can do the best black ballistas and then save like their resources for killing Squirtles and stuff. But especially without catcher, I'm really not sure how the mirror plays out. I guess we'll see, but I'm assuming going first is a pretty huge step in that. So, especially when we have Skylar for Beach if we want it. So, I guess my opponent's just not playing a basic case of this. I think one thing I'm definitely going to do in a separate video series, I'm going to go over the problems with Pokemon Online. There's a lot of, as a fairly new user to it, but a very old player in Pokemon, there's a lot of problems with it, especially when you compare it to Magic Online and other similar games. And I'm just not... Okay, so wow, so okay, we're actually not playing against the mirror. First of all, I thought there's a lot of problems that I want to see addressed. So I'm going to try and do that in a future video. If you want that, or have any suggestions for other videos to do, definitely let me know. But I thought we were playing against the mirror, and we're not. We're playing against the Emboar Rayquaza deck, which I even have less of an idea how it works. But I do know that his Rayquazas and his Rayquaza and our Black Kyurem's battle. So I think I'm gonna heavy ball out a Black Kyurem, and then I think I'm gonna play the Black Kyurem, Ultra Ball away, and Ultra Ball, and I have a choice. I can either do Water because it's important, but I really want to maximize my chances of turn 2 knocking out this Black Kyurem, or I can do Colress, which is just very greedy, or I can do Floatstone, which is not that big of a deal, but I still think is... I think I'm going to do the Water. I'm going to beach this turn for a bunch. I'm probably going to be fine in that department, and if not, I learned my lesson, but it's definitely a close call there. Take a score. Attach the Floatstone there. Skyla for a tropical beach. Yeah, play it. And so I'm really not sure how this matchup works. I think we're like ahead just because we are basically the same deck, except for I can have a slight edge on him, knocking out like Emboars and stuff with my Keldeos. But Rayquaza is a powerful card, and I'm not really sure. I mean, it takes the same amount of energy for us to knock each other out, but he has a bigger damage cap, if that matters, so it's easier. I'm not really sure. I think we're slightly advantaged, but it seems a lot like what the mirror would be. Is he gonna live a dream? Oh no, he just beaches. Okay. So we're gonna Rare Candy into Blastoise. In my hand. Play a Keldeo. Level Ball. For Squirtle. It's our only other Squirtle, so don't think that'll be relevant in case it is. Again, Colors. I don't think we can risk. What's in here? Just the one, right? So unfortunately we missed, but don't think that's all that big of a deal. I'm gonna go ahead and rush in case he knocks us out or anything. We have a one that's not Floatstoned up, and then we're just gonna activate our stadium. So Escape Rope was an interesting card because at this point, and how like the forward is, it does allow me to knock out one of his. Okay, so he's a Mewtwo. Okay, so what I was saying is it does allow me to knock out one of his Emboar is with the Keldeo, which could matter, but with a Mewtwo, that changes things, and that makes both Keldeo worse against him. He has an attacker that doesn't just doesn't trade weaknesses with Black Kyurem, and it slightly hurts me for attaching more energy to Black Kyurem like we did the end of the last game. So we'll see. Assuming things don't change here, I'm definitely just playing an N. I could Superior away like the beach that's probably redundant and like something else just to get the last energy, but I'm probably not gonna be that desperate. Superiors matter more than that, but something I could do. He's playing the Tepic and he's thinking for a while, so he might just not have anything. He's attaching to the beach, he says a Juniper. If he doesn't have the knockout here, I think I'm pretty far ahead. I mean, he doesn't have the Emboar here, I think I'm pretty far ahead as well. It's funny on Pokemon Online, because in real life, you can usually kind of tell if your opponent's taking a long time what it means. I'm supposed to rush around. Okay, this doesn't seem to be a standard list at all. When rush around is also good because it's just another target for Keldeo. But in Pokemon Online, you never really. I was just taking it back. So you realize it was good against Keldeo. You never really understand. Opponent can be taking a long time, or because he has something, or he can be taking a long time because he has nothing. In real life, it's easier to kind of read because your opponent's playing with their cards, maybe looking through their discard pile, counting the cards in their decks to where you know they have something. But in Pokemon Online, obviously, you don't have that face-to-face interaction, so you just don't know. Ultra Balling, I assume he's going to get rid of the Reshiram and something else. Nothing. Game log is a little behind, so I can't actually see. But yeah, there's the Reshiram. I don't know where his energies came from, but I assume it's from there. So yeah. So he has the turn 2, but I don't think he has the energy. He probably is gonna Rare Candy into the Emboar and then Beach. This deck came up fairly recently. It's always kind of been a thing, but recently, with Beach getting so much better and with Catcher not being a thing, really, is what it's really made it come up. We haven't seen it in many tournaments yet, because it's just this format that it's been big, but I've been testing it a little bit. I can make a video with it if you guys want, but I am certainly a fan. Thousand Machine. Did you discard like a candy at one point? Or something? Oh yeah, so you discarded the candy at one point, okay. That does waste his Ace Spec right now, but I think getting the Tepig or getting the Emboar on board is maybe worth it? I don't actually know, because he could, well, I guess he could only beach for 1 at that point, or 2 at that point, so yeah, this is probably better. There's the Ace Spec, but get the candy now and beach for the full amount. Which I assume he's going to do with 1 card in hand. He's going to retreat. Okay. That makes sense. Gives me a knockout if I want to just Secret Sword here, but likely doesn't matter all that much. I'm just going to end, get his hand back to 6. Hopefully draw something spicy with mine. I have 2 water in here, just the 1 still. Just the 1, okay. So I'm going to go ahead and Rare Candy my Squirtle into a Blastoise. Attach there, and then still not drawing much of anything, but next turn I get a big, probably 8 at least, Call Race, which would help a lot. I don't know if this deck plays catchers or not. They don't seem like the type that would, so if he kills my Keldeo, knocks out my Keldeo, it's not that big of a deal. He also has to find a way to retreat this. Like, I mean, only has to retreat, I guess, but that is another energy just wasted out of his hand. I apologize for any audio issues you guys are having. I'm new to PTGO, new to XSplit, not really sure what's happening, but hopefully it's not that bad. I keep checking the recordings after every game and looking through stuff, so if it's bad, I apologize. If you have any solutions, let me know. I'm definitely working on it, and in the videos in the future will be much better. Alright, so here's the Superior. I wish it was easier to tell what he got back. I mean, I know that he got back, I'm assuming fire, fire, fighter, fire, 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 lightning, or fire, 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 but I wish that it would, like, just tell me that. Maybe it does, actually. The game log's always a little behind. Which is, again, an annoying part of Pokemon Online, is that um, the game log is just always, like, 30 seconds behind, so it's I don't know what's going on. Okay, so fire, lightning. So it does tell me, so I apologize. Okay, so about what I expected. Catching a second lightning. Oops. I also wish I could tell easier what is on my opponent's. Hold on. Does that mean 2 lightning? I don't know. Is there no lightning on it? Oh, maybe. Oh, he just retreated last turn. Place anything right. Okay, so that's not good. So looks like my Keldeo is getting knocked out, which is not great for me, especially because he has a Rayquaza waiting in the wings to knock out my Black Hero and get prizes. Even though we went first, we just kind of we had turn 2 Blastoise, and our field's fine, but we just didn't really get any energy up, so which is unfortunate. But what can you do? Scrappering, it's fine. Energy, okay. So I assume that he has the energy, but if he didn't hit the energy, it's not that big of a deal. If he didn't hit it here, I'm going to go for the Keldeo because we have to switch. So I would have gone for the Keldeo knockout just to get a free prize and not let him have the first knockout on the Black Hero, but that's not really how things turned out. Getting a fire. I think he would probably want to get a lightning. I guess he attached it already this turn, so he's just getting a fire to have extra protection for later. Which makes sense. And then going to get to a Mewtwo. Maybe he's going to try, like, I'll have 1 energy on me after a Black Ballista, so maybe he's going to try and just, like, be able to... Oh, this is a heal. Boy, okay. Well, that's interesting. But what I was going to say is maybe he's going to try and, like, Mewtwo me, and then maybe try to get less energy on the Rayquaza. That's his plan, because he can Mewtwo me for 60 with what he's currently at. And he can even do infinite, really. I mean, it doesn't, there's no disguising. Playing the beach, no reason to let him heal. I am going to go ahead on energy retrieval, just for the 1 here. I feel like I've been using my recharges decently this game, and I really don't want to miss, so let's deluge, and of course. Okay, so this Colors for 9 gets me there, as I assumed it would. Gonna play the Keldeo. Just gonna start loading up this Black Kyurem. I just wanna be able to knock him out no matter what he's doing, and I want to be able to be as prepared as possible. So that will start at 400. Knocking it out. And we're gonna see. I mean, in reality, he's advantaged here. What's really, because he's ahead on prizes. What's really gonna happen, and what it's gonna come down to, is whoever can miss first, whoever can fumble and knock out, which, in all honesty, is likely to be because he has that Mewtwo, which is huge. My Keldeo can get huge as well because Mewtwo already has energy on it. And if I try and get big and fail, his Mewtwo can come back and bite me for that. And like as we see now, he's going to Skyla for what I assume is a superior and knock me out. I'm going to be able to trade with him there, but then if he has another Rayquaza to knock me out, it's game. So getting the first 2 prizes is very important here. But the advantage that I do have is I can, assuming Like he can't mess with my hand because he's Skylight, so I can get rid of like the beach and the excuse me, the rope with my superior, and then all I need to do is I can attach all those to my Black Kyurem and my Keldeo if I want to spread it out, and then N, which will not put me in the best position, but will also put him at 2 cards, so he'll have to draw very well to be able to knock me out. So while he is advantaged in that respect, he's also disadvantaged because if he doesn't draw well off the end, I can just have game. So we'll see. Fire, lightning, fire, fire. Another thing on Pokemon Online and in real life, but more so on Pokemon Online, that can happen is that he could accidentally mess up and just manually attach a fire and then not be able to manually attach the lightning, which I've definitely done before when I was getting more used to the program. And just one of those things, it's kind of, you can't really take it back in real life either, but unlike real life, Pokemon Online makes you kind of go through the motions more, so it's just easier to misstep like that. So here's this Mewtwo, 3 energy. 4 energy. So he's loading up a lot on that Mewtwo, which is important because it has a response to my Kyurem, but it also can kind of come back to bite him because he might not be able to have enough in the Metagross hand to discard pile. So he just have 4. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. So I'm gonna go ahead and here. Oh, I can propagate, right? Do I have that yet? I'm not sure. Nope, no ice kid yet, so. Okay, so I guess I misclicked somehow and passed the turn. So our opponent wins. I apologize. I was trying to check what I had in my discard, but well, that's pretty frustrating. I don't know what I did wrong, but my opponent is now slow rolling us instead of just taking the knockout, which adds to the excitement. Wow, that's awful. That was going to be an interesting game, and then that happened. I apologize. Of course, not what I had intended. There it goes. So, I think we're in a fine position to win that game. If that didn't happen, I think that we could have knocked him out and then end. He had 4 energy on his Mewtwo, so he would have needed 3 more, or 4 more, and it would ending the 2 he probably wouldn't have had it, and I would have been into 4, so I apologize. That's the match. We'll be back for game 3 in just a second.